Welcome back to another edition of Kicking with the Brothers. It's your boy ML. Very welcome. It's Champions League, so we got our boy, Mr. Charles Little, the cooler himself. What's going on, brother?
No day at the office, man. We about to cook.
Yeah,
We
folks, we just want to set the table for you. You see Charles, he's excited, he's smiling. Got the chain on, he's ready. Got the throwbacks.
Mhm.
But as you know, we're Champions League, and we are going to be doing just some previews for folks, specifically focusing on FC Barcelona. In my opinion, definitely has the most at stake in the Champions League. And what I say that is because we're not sure whether Barcelona is going to go into full youth movement or whether Barcelona is going to be able to carry on. They're going to be able to compete at all four fronts the next year. We know they're changing the managers, but will they rally around that? Lots of storylines, but the talent is still there. Charles says they're about to cook. Charles, let's get to it. Give us what I want to do is just give me a feel of like what do you think the team is uh looking like right now, just as we've gone along, and you guys are back up to third in La Liga, and here we go with Champions League.
uh, I mean, we're playing better. Like a lot of the things, like I was actually listening to like a Gundo quote today, and he was just like, talking about people saying they have the best midfield in the world. And he was like, oh, how many games have we actually played together? He was like, we played like him, Pedri, and FDJ have played like 9 games together, I think. So, people are getting healthier. People are getting used to actually playing with each other. Pause. And then, working together from there. Like I think a lot of it's continuity. Just in we have been running out the same 11 for the last couple of weeks. So I mean, we've been getting better. Lewandowski's obviously gotten himself back in goal scoring shape, which is not really like a surprise. Like if he's like Haaland, if he like Haaland's not scoring goals either right now, but it's more so because they're not getting opportunities. If you give them opportunities, they're going to score goals. Um, they're just that good. So, like I said, we're hodgepodging it together. Like, it's a down year, but at the same time, like we're still in third. We'll be in second soon enough. And at the end of the day, like it'll just be like we lost like in the history books, this will just be another we finished second in Madrid. The same way like last year, like that all the things that happened last year for you guys. Yeah. All we remember now is y'all just didn't win. Wasn't your year. It was your year to swap. And then when we come back and win it in 2 years, it'll be our turn. Like it's
Right. Here
I'm
you
not I'm not a Jets fan. Like I'm a Barca fan. Like it's okay.
There's levels. Absolutely. So you touched on, hey, we're patchworking things together. Kind of staying with the a little mix of youth and old, but why don't you give the folks who do you think the best back four is? You know you're always going to play four in the back with Barcelona.
A
But
healthy back four right now.
yeah, give me a healthy back four. Who's the best back four?
Big Ron, obviously.
At center back or right back though?
Koundé's going to be in there regardless.
So right, you're gonna put Koundé on the right.
Koundé's out of form, but he's still like not bad.
Sure.
I would put probably Martinez back there with Big Ron.
Versus okay versus Kubarsi.
Actually, yeah, no. Let me put young fella out there. I
Okay.
mean, he's not. I hope he doesn't start tomorrow. I think the game he shouldn't have to start a game like that. That's more so like it's not a matter of if Javi will play him. It's like he shouldn't have we should have better players to start in the San Siro than him. So I think that's why Martinez is probably going to start tomorrow too. And then obviously, well, Balde's out. I don't. I'm going to go heck with Fort as at left back. I think that's our best four
Why do you think he's been playing Cancelo at left back so much?
because he's a veteran, and I don't think he minds. Like he has to be out there, but like he throws off every single thing we do. I think he's a very good footballer. Like I'm not going to say he's bad, but his like just roaming around and like it unbalances the team so bad. And no
Yeah.
matter like when he plays right back, he does it, and when he plays left back, they just attack right down the side. I see so many times he's further ahead than the winger. He's further upfield than the winger without the ball. It's not like he's making runs. He's just up there. I would much rather have a defensive minded left back. So I would take Ford.
Okay. Well, let's complete the starting 11 while we're here. So from left to right, or excuse me, right to left, you run Koundé, Big Ron, Kubarsi, the young fella, and you would like to see Hector Ford on the left back. Okay. So let's go. Now this is interesting because you guys just beat Celta Vigo. Granted, they're on 20 points. But despite that, you still had any La Liga road win right now, just within Barcelona's form, is a good one. And Christensen got to start over Gundogan. And do you think that's maybe a lead up into want to be respectful for this week, or do you think
Gundo needs rest.
Just a little rest?
Gundo's going to start. We're going to start four midfield.
You're starting 4 midfielders tomorrow.
Yeah, no left wing.
I'm listening because now that's okay. Go ahead.
We do. That's our fate. That's since Javi's been the manager, that's the best formation we have. That's we get more control out of that, and because it's fine because Gundo is the most forward midfielder. So he's like an attacking, he's your third attacker. Gundogan's going to be your third attacker.
Okay, so we'll go Gundogan for sure. And
it's going to be Christensen, Gundo, FDJ, and Pedri. Those are going to be midfielders tomorrow.
All right, so basically,
that's not who I think the 4 best midfielders are. I would take Christensen out and figure out a way to put Firmino in there, but I don't understand how
he's not going to do that though.
I don't understand how Gavi got hurt and we just didn't do the 1-to-1. They're the same person. They're best friends. They're brothers. They've been friends since they were 8. They play exactly the same way. They're just balls of energy and Firmino's the only one who makes forward runs. He comes in the game and just forward runs. They start hitting balls to him over the top. He adds a little bit more more dynamic element to the team. He's more vertical. Christensen, I don't mind Christensen, but I'm just saying if I'm going down on my sword, I would swap them. But I understand it. As long as he subs on, the reason he doesn't start is because they need to sub for Pedri.
And for our novices out there, Firmino actually got signed to the first team, so he got a real number, 16. So explain that for
folks. Number. That's what I'm saying. They got faith in him, man. They trying to loan him out, and he's on the team.
Yeah,
he's 20.
And then you are now. Here's my interesting question for you. We're in the knockout rounds. It's not group stage now. Mm-hmm. Lamine up there with Big Bob.
It's your best player out there, don't you?
Oh, so Lamine is the best player in Barcelona now.
You watch the games. What do you think? Who do you think is out there?
Is
he not the best player on the team? Is he not the best player on the team? Because I want to deny the fact that he's the best player on the team. I would like to say that this year,
the best form.
He's been the best player on the. No, we're not doing the form class this season. Encapsulated, that man has been the best player of the team. He's been damn near the best right wing in the world this season, if we're being honest. Saka's not. I don't regard Saka as a wing. I don't.
Rio. All right. So your ball
second best because we're talking about a 16-year-old. So I think second best is acceptable.
He may be third because I think most still
once again, even if you leave long, yeah, you're right. But I'm just saying, the fact that the 16-year-old's in the conversation,
it's incredible. So all right, and here, Ter Stegen, obviously healthy. It makes a big difference too. That's another thing. I don't think people realize him being away. And once again, let's just say this: he's the best player on the team.
Yeah, I'm we're saying that, but I'm obviously Gundo, there are better players than him, but you know what I'm saying.
Ter Stegen,
if the players, but this is the point though, if the players on the team performed, his ass wouldn't even be out there. There wouldn't be a need for him to be out there. If Rafinha did what he was supposed to do, he would play. And I also like Rafinha more as a midfielder, by the way. The times I've seen him play inside, I like what he does more.
Okay. So he has started his La Liga stats. He's started 17 appearances, as 8 GA in La Liga. Obviously, he's been hurt, and so with him just getting back in the swing of things, he hasn't scored. Rafinha, he hasn't scored since January 7th, but then he got hurt. He was out for roughly a month. Had to draw against Granada when he came in. Uh, had 2 shots against Celta Vigo. So you really think that they won't start him?
Taking out fans,
Start
taking out fans with all them Rafinha. Rafinha injures 3 fans every game, just sending missiles into the crowd. Nowhere near on goal. Nowhere near on goal. Looked like Harry Kane in Germany the other day.
Okay. All right. So that is the
No,
Barcelona.
he's not going to start Rafinha. There's no reason to start Rafinha. He hasn't started. He hasn't started since he's been back healthy, and Lamin's been their best player. Like it just doesn't even make sense.
I think we'll see Rafinha out there tomorrow. 60.
Sure, you're gonna sub on.
Yeah, somewhere around there. Now, the other question for you, I think, if you had to make a prediction, this is also you all traveling to Naples, and we'll get into your score prediction here in a little bit. Vitor, obviously, we need him. I mean, what's going on? What's the latest with him?
Good money, man. The strike. Mark Gui, fire.
Yeah,
I think Mark Gui, fire.
Yeah, I think he's
Vitor, fire. Lamine, fire. Ansu with Deservia on the way, fire. Man, we outside. Don't worry.
But that's why I wanted to know about with Vitor though, because of obviously
they're playing him more as a left wing anyway. They're playing him more as a left wing. So if he comes on, they're probably he might. So hypothetically, he might be the one that comes on for Pedri at in the 70th, or if they want to take Christensen out and go back to like a 3-minute, a 4-3-4.
Sure. Okay. And he's obviously back in the fold of things, and unfortunately he had his red card a couple weeks ago. Or else I would like to see him get some more playing.
Played the other day. Played pretty. Like he's
fine this past week.
Adjusting. I don't expect somebody to come in mid-season and you played that first half of your season in Brazil, and you just switch and just at 18 and just pick the shit up that quick. Like I don't expect that. So
I thought it was impressive that after the red card that they still decided to start him this past week. So like he missed a match and then they started him on the left wing. But once again, you just rotate the squad. You got a road win.
He gets it down though. Like I've seen a couple of just little things from him. I'm like, oh, that one goal he scored where he just kind of passed the ball into the corner. I'm like, okay, because I watched enough strikers just try to hammer that shit, and like the fact that you understand, you got touch and understanding of time and space. I'm like, okay, I see some things. So, yeah, man, I'm not, but like I'll judge him more next year. I'm not really. Everything he does right now is kind of like house money.
100%, 100%. Well, I think you were catching this team at the right spot, even though you have been consistent in saying, hey, this was a great draw for us. You were very happy when it happened, and I think it's coming to fruition. Napoli is in not very good form at all. Lost, obviously, in the Supercopa to Inter a couple weeks ago, so they are out of that tournament. And of recent, they just unfortunately drew against Genoa, and now they fired their coach 2 days before the Barcelona tie, of which they would have them at home. Napoli right now 9th in the table in Serie A. The pickings are good right now, man. Just call it what it is. It is laid out there for y'all to handle business. I think it would. We're going to be able to see what they're going to do. Obviously, KK, you have to worry about him. So obviously, being on the left side, no problem. With Big Ron and obviously what you're going to do.
I feel like props to you. I feel like if you deal with Vinny, then like probably handling anybody else over there, unless you got Mbappe, because KK is not going to run by him.
Right.
So it's like, yeah. I only worry about I only worry about him and Koundé when people can actually run by him. Koundé's problem is just that he's a slow black man. Like that's really most of his problem. He's not very fast.
They just don't have enough, do they? At all. Like,
man, we are in Barcelona. We're eating pizza, gelato. Niggas is having espressos, man. We outside. Man. It's good time, man. We got here. People out here in the Maradona jerseys, man. The Maradona Barca jerseys. Just let them know, man. Like, just like we treat Carter, man. You ain't nothing but a side chick.
That's wild, by the way. And you called about our city, even though one of his side chicks won. They got.
I'm never gonna let him live that down. His coach, his people are my people. Man City stole all the Barca. Their whole ethos is Barca. His people are my people. I I go to Carter's house, put my feet on his couch, man. He owed me a lot. But
You
yeah,
know,
man, like this is the perfect time for Napoli. I don't know what their coach gonna do. They just gonna go out there and hoop. Maybe that'll liberate them a little bit. So we got to worry about that. But at the same time, the other thing is like Big O, Vic is hurt. He can only play like they said he's got maybe 60 minutes in him. So maybe he'll start, maybe he won't. Maybe they won't risk him. Maybe the new manager won't risk him. Who knows? Because the new manager might be on some screw Champions League. Y'all want me to get this back? He might try to prioritize the league. So maybe who knows?
they're 5 spots out of a European spot right now.
How many points back and forth are there?
Oof, 9. They ain't catching Atalanta. Roma's only 4. Nah, I don't see it. I don't see it. I mean, bro, they are 27 points behind the Serie A leader, the Scudetto leaders. Inter Milan is on 63 points right now, and they're at 36. I don't see it, man. I don't see it. Napoli's in trouble. They got to. They got to blow everything up.
Hold on, but they play Conference League, don't they? Because then Roma won the Conference League. So what spot you had be for Conference League?
They're 5 back of a Conference League spot right now.
Conference League is 4th?
No. I mean, I'm saying Champions. You asked about Champions League.
No, I'm asking Champions League, Europa. And then
Yeah. They're 6 point. They're 5 points out of a Europa spot. They
Oh,
are.
okay.
Yeah, but them and Lazio. And I mean, I'm just gonna trust sorry ball. They are 2 points out of a Conference League spot.
Okay.
I mean, is Napoli though in Conference League? Like, what are we doing?
Hey man, if Roma can go there, why can't Napoli?
They have been they have been steadily in the Champions League. So this is, I mean, it's a fall from grace, and these things happen. Give us a prediction for tomorrow.
Oh, we're gonna give up a goal because we're morons.
Well, I hope
Can't
not.
fucking help ourselves. I'm gonna go 3-2 good guys
Okay.
or 2-1 good guys, but I got a feeling like I definitely know we're gonna score. Like I Lewandowski scoring tomorrow, and I have a sneaking suspicion like Gundo's gonna show up in a big way. We're getting 3 goals. Fuck it, man.
3-1.
3-1.
That's where I'm at. That's what
We're gonna
I
roll.
wrote. I wrote down to myself. I'm going 3-1 no matter what. Because Napoli is going to. They're not going to sit back. It's not like a La Liga team who just wants to counterattack. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be open. I've seen Madrid put some goals past Napoli. In my opinion, Barcelona on its best day has a better front than Madrid. Yeah, I think I see 3-1 tomorrow for you all. Man of the match prediction.
Gundo.
Okay. All right. There it is.
Take his weekend rest, and I feel like a team like this is the type of team like a weak team like that. The vet like this is where like the veterans need to show up and be like they're not that good, and let's go. And I think he can be the person, like I said, especially if they play with the 4 midfielders, and he's one of the 4 most. He's not having to sit deep. I think he'll be. I think he might be out there of the 3 goals. He might not even score a goal, but I think he probably is going to have 2 assists. Of those 3 goals, I'll say 2 of those assists will be Gundo's.
Love it. Love it. I'm saying Pedri.
Pedri be on bullshit. I literally, hey man, one day we're gonna start doing film studies in there. There was a Pedri does not dribble into space. There was a moment the other day in the game. Him and FDJ are in 20 yards of space. Frankie, they got a 2-on-1. Frankie hits it to him. Pedri's got legitimately 20 yards in front of him. If he just like puts this out here, he can go, and then they can go back and forth. He immediately one touches it back to Frankie.
Wow.
Like doesn't even like notice that there's just nobody in front of him. Like just immediately kicked it back to him. And Frankie thought he was going to run with it. So and the pass was behind Frankie. They stopped. That's what's a larger issue is like that's their whole thing is like Pedri slows up the play. They talk about Frankie taking all the damn touches. Pedri be taking a lot of touches too. And all them damn step overs and like letting the ball, like we let the ball for a team that can't fucking score. Why do we let the ball run so much?
Yeah.
Like we lead the world. I understand we play beautiful football, but like we're losing. Now ain't the time for a back heel.
Mm-hmm. Hear you.
Like that's why I love Gabby. Gabby gets to the shit sometimes. Like he can play that way because he grew up playing that way. Hey man, what's good though? Like for men the same way. Yo man, I love all this. I love all this tap tap shit. But like what's really good?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Got you. Well, like I said, I think the timing's right. Um, Not so much about Barcelona being in the best of form, but this is a way for them to kind of get going a little bit. Napoli, I think, is the right team at the right time for you all. Lasting thoughts for our preview here.
Best team in the world plays tomorrow. Might not be the best by on the field, bro. It's not. It's not about that. It's about the best club in the world.
Club. That's okay. Yeah. All right.
The best.
Okay.
The best. Top to bottom, baby. Best women's team in the world. Best non-US basketball team in the world. That's
Ricky's back.
Shout out to
No, Ricky
Jabari
Roo.
Parker. Shout
Ricky
out to
Roo's back.
Jabari Parker. So well.
I mean, dude, got the white dudes do the Dougie out for Mercer, Jabari Parker. That's who we talking about.
Hey man. Barcelona legend, Nick Calathis. Shout out, man. You know, like I said, best club in the world, man. It's more than a club. That's why I love it. We outside running up in these Italian streets tomorrow. And if we get the draw, like I said, it's the 16. You're 2 draws away from being damn near in the semifinals. You're two lucky draws for being in the semifinals. Copenhagen could beat fucking Bayern, and then we get Copenhagen in the next round. Or whoever's playing Copenhagen. My bad. City's playing Copenhagen. Lazio could win that game against Bayern, and then we're just playing Lazio the next round. I'm just saying, like,
Which is wild. It would be the eighth best team in Serie A right now. You
yeah,
just
and
never
then
know.
we can get PSV in the semifinal.
Yeah, listen.
I've seen Lyon do it, man. I don't see
Yeah,
why. Like, I've
get
seen
to
teams
Wembley.
walk to the semis.
You are sick. Listen, you were 3 matches away from getting to Wembley, and it's possible. About 6 legs away. So we'll see. All right. Well, looking forward to tomorrow. Make sure you are checking out, making sure you're clicking that like and subscribe button for everything Multiplicity Media. And we appreciate you catching us up on the Barcelona preview of Kicking It with the Brothers. We out.